Let's welcome our host, Erica Wilson.
Great day, everyone. We're here live today with the girl Erica Wilson, and it had to happen for our Thursday night, let me tell you, spotlight. And tonight we're going to say thankful Thursdays, because how many of us know that we are so grateful and thankful to be on this side of heaven? And we just have to tell the Lord thank you for all He's done, getting ready to do, and will continue to do. And tonight I have a very special guest on tonight, which is my son from another. And our topic on tonight is taste for freedom. So without further ado, let me introduce to some and present to others the RaShawn Scott. Welcome, son.
Now, how you doing? How you doing? You already know where the love come from with me.
That I do know. I never doubted it.
Facts.
Oh my God, it is so great to have you here on tonight with me. And we're going to talk a little bit about your company that you have called Taste for Freedom. But before we do jump into that, tell us a little bit about who is RaShawn Scott.
RaShawn Scott, first of all, he's a man of God and a guy that's always want to motivate other people and get going and just get everybody on the same page and just open companies and be able to be there for people and like hiring them, giving them commission and stuff like that. That people as me, that's not fortunate.
You know what? That is so awesome. That is something that you want to do, and it's in your heart to do. And I love the way how you started it off. You said, first of all, I'm a man of God. You know, that fills my heart right there, because we all know that it's nothing that we can do without God. It's
Yes, sir.
all Him. You know, whatever it is we do or try to do, we know that it's God all in the midst of it. Just by waking us up this morning. Some didn't make it in the numbers. So we're thankful that we did.
Yeah,
And to hear that you want to start companies and have started companies, because we talked about it before, and you did, talked about it, and this is one of your companies here, Taste for Freedom. So can you tell me where that topic come from and how did you come up with that?
well, I was sitting next to Malik Rozier one day, and for his podcast, he was looking for a song to like start off the podcast. And the first song that he looked at that he was going through was called "Taste for Freedom," and I just went with that and never looked back. But at the end of the day, I want to give a shout out to Mike Murphy for like being able to get out of coaching and start up another company, even though my family have all type of companies.
Wow. So here it is. So shouts out to Mr. Rose. Am I Rosier? Am I saying that right?
Malik Rozier.
Rozier. Okay. So shouts out to him as well, because you was there in the building and you got the idea from something that he was trying to do, but God actually gave it to you. And that's one of the things. That's how God worked, though. So you started this company called Taste for Freedom, and the topic itself speaks volume, because a lot of times people is trapped in the inside and they don't understand, like, once I get a taste of freedom, when I find out who I am, then I can be the best me for anybody else, right? And think about the ones that may be locked up. So they want to get a
Yeah.
taste of freedom too. Their freedom has been taken away. Maybe some of the consequences that they, have to suffer from. But this topic itself is so great, son. So tell me some of the things that you have done with this business thus far.
So far, just like trying to get my dad to get on board so he could stop paying all his credit card processing fees. Because at one point, I am going to like say names to like other car dealerships, but they were paying like $500,000 in credit card fees every year. Just to be able to not pay like Toast and Clover commercial fees and little things like that, etc. Just be able to help owners be able to provide for their families more. And like say if COVID happened again, you still paying credit card fees, even COVID coming through. Well, now that I'm saving you all this money and putting your percentage down and you're not paying for all this BS stuff. Just getting you back with your family and taking more vacations with your family and be able to stay home more. Which I love that, and I seen how hard my dad was working, and he's still working hard. And him being able to take the grandchildren on more vacations and just thinking about the future for all my brothers and sister kids and stuff like that.
Wait, did you say $55,000?
500,000
Oh, five. And what fees
credit card processing fees a year.
a year?
Yeah, that's one of the OGs for his dealership. He used to pay that, but he don't pay that no more. He's saving like every month. He's saving like 13,000, so that's like 159,000 a year he's saving.
Okay, so this company that you started is a credit card processing company, correct?
Yes, ma'am. So you think about Clover, Stripe, Toast Square, Circle, hot sauce, and stuff like that. It's the same thing. It's just we got our own thing going on. Pretty much how the wealthy stay wealthy. They do their own credit card processing fees.
Wow, that is awesome. So it's like you guys have your own machines and you just kind of like really cutting the price that other maybe Clover or Square or any of those other companies are charging.
Yes, man. Like we partner with somebody that's doing it, but then eventually, me, I got a bunch of friends that do like POS systems and stuff like that. So eventually, I'm gonna create my own machine right now. So that's what I'm working on, creating my own machine instead of partnering with somebody. But they got me going, and they're great people, and it's fun. I get to go to the Kentucky Derby this year because I'm about to do credit card processing for Derby City Pizza in Kentucky, and they got 7 pizza shops. So it's like little stuff like that, just trying to help owners understand like you ain't got to go with those companies because banks be giving out loans and stuff like that. Well, guess what? You get lower fees, and we probably could get you a loan too. Most likely, we will if we trying to help you and you want to do great for your family and stuff, and take more vacation and get new cars and stuff.
Wait a minute. So you're not only helping cut the costs on the transactions, you're also helping people to get loans as well?
Well, it's like at the beginning you could get a loan to get in because most people can't afford that. So we give you a loan and stuff like that. Like it's a bunch of stuff, like a bunch of bullet points that
Mhm.
I'm still learning it. I only been in it for 3 months. Like I'm blessed at the end of the day. Like how did I get this? You know what I mean? Like I know God watching over me.
Yeah.
Like get
It-
out of coaching and all of a sudden I get like a credit card processing company. So that's cool. And once again, shout out to Mike Murphy, Miracle Toyota. So
We're going to come back to Mike Murphy because Mike Murphy has really blessed your life. But what I want to do, I want to take you back because you talked about coaching, and I want to jump into the coaching right fast. I want to take you back to how we met.
good natty, but I got you.
So we're gonna go back. For those who don't know, and I also said that you're my son from another, and I want to take us back to the days because boy, those were the days to me. I think the collegiate level games were better than the NFL games. So
uh,
let's take us
Hold on,
back
you said, oh, you talking about college better than NFL? Oh,
game.
100%. Because at the same time, it's that's your school, that's your loyalty, and then NFL, that's business. Like at the same
Mm,
time, them people they ain't really there for you. And keep it a bean. Like they're trying to use you. So as an example, say like a dog racing track. So dogs, when they done getting everybody their money, what they do, they take them to the back, they kill them and then some dogs get adopted, so they got lucky. So that's pretty
wait,
much what they do with like NFL players. Like instead of getting them help after they done, you know, people just get on drugs and die, or
well
you get
that's
adopted and you get help when you find out about it. But the NFL ain't trying to tell you about it.
so before we jump into that. I want to go before we jump because I want them to see the beauty at one point, the difference basically in college and then in the NFL, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
here it is, you know. Tell me, when did you first, like before we go to when did you first have this love for football? What age did you start playing?
I started playing at 6 years old. but
Hmm.
I really fell in love with it when I got adopted. My dad created our little league team, so when I got adopted, my brother was my quarterback the whole time, and then my real family, everybody played. My cousins motivated me and stuff like that, but the love came from just waking up every morning and seeing my pops just drawing plays on the board, getting ready for Saturday, like it's right here in my face. So it's like I fell in love with just like the art of the game more than I fell in love with the game.
Wow. And you know what? That's good. So at 6 years old, you go out there, you start playing. But here it is. Now you have a bonus family, and you see your dad actually putting in the work, not just on the field, but actually on the board. And you're getting to see the positions. You get to see how people are lining up. You just get to see the whole blueprint of it, right?
Yeah,
And and you said you began to have this love for football, and you got out there, you did your thing. When you first started, what position did you play?
I played receiver, but I wouldn't consider them as a bonus family. I just consider them as family. Um, but I played receiver and safety. So I really wanted to play safety, but they were trying to make me go like the Michigan State. That shit too cold to be hitting people. So Miami came in and told me I could play receiver and stuff like that. So, but I play basketball. At the end of the day, that's like my favorite sport. So,
Basketball.
yeah.
Oh, cool.
So nah, football wasn't like it was really basketball. So that's it. Just coming from like rebounding, dribbling, crossing people over, all that stuff is the same move in football, and
Oh,
I
wow.
just like correlated it to that. Like
And
when I
it's not
get
such
off
a
the line,
contact sport.
basketball. No, I was contact. I could get like I was able to get one personal foul a game in high school. So my
but
coach
it's
allowed me to get a
but
tech
it's not
every
as
game. I mean,
much.
not a personal foul. I'm talking about a personal foul. My
Right.
coach allowed me to get a tech. I could get a tech, and my coach wouldn't be mad.
But I'm saying though, it's not like football where you're taking a whole lot of contact, especially as a receiver. You
Listen,
know,
mom. No, listen.
really?
I'm not taking it, but pause. But I'm getting that tech, and I'm gonna get it. Like I was physical. That's what made me, and my parents like. That's what made me keep playing football. I was too physical for basketball.
Oh,
No,
gotcha.
I could shoot. Now I could shoot like a mug, but I was just like I'd be ready like to fight. Like they soft. But I love my basketball players though. You know what I mean?
Listen, you can't go out there and be trying to fight nobody now. So take us back a little. You spoke
That's
about
old
that.
school though. That's old me. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not.
yeah.
So,
We got more life, right? We got more life.
yeah,
But
that's
take
why
us
I
back
had kids.
to
They'll be doing that. I ain't got time for that no more.
mm-mm. Okay. So
My kids gonna be like Chase.
Chase is a listen. Chase is a handful. Chase love to just dibble and dabble. So smart, and I can see that happening for your kid as well. Especially being a loving father, coming from a loving family. And here it is, you have so much, so many people that you're connected to. Because in the green room, I think you said you had 22
Yeah,
nieces.
yeah. One day I'm just gonna write all their names down and like really count them out. It's
Wow.
up there.
So you
It's up
have
there.
22, maybe somewhere around there, 22 nieces and nephews. How many siblings?
So I got six sisters and six brothers.
Wow.
So I'm counting both families. At the end of the day, they're my loved ones. And if I didn't like go out in the world, that's like who I'll be with. So I
Mm.
got six sisters, six brothers. So four older sisters, two little sisters, then four, and then five little brothers and one older brother.
Wait a minute. So you're like in between.
I'm literally the middle one,
Oh my God.
literally. So
Okay, so I heard you mention Michigan State. Am I correct?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you were headed to Michigan State, but you end up coming to the University of Miami.
Yeah, it was just I was committed to West Virginia, but Morgantown wasn't for me. But
Why? Because it was cold.
we ain't gonna talk about that. But uh,
Oh my gosh. So
um,
listen, when you're committed to a school, right? and say just like you said, the school wasn't for you. How is it
The
that you
town wasn't for me.
okay, the town. Okay, the town wasn't for you.
The school
But
was for me because Gino, Stedman Bailey was there.
oh,
Tavon was there at the time. They was my host when I went there.
sure was. Okay, so when you commit to a school in college, once you commit, and say you just say, okay, well, this is not for me. How do you decommit
Look at my parents and you know, just whatever.
and just tell them like
At the
this is
same time, they ain't paying my bills, so
gotcha. So
whatever.
here it is. You ended up at the University of Miami, and take me there. Take me to your first day walking in the building.
My first day walking in the building, Raymond Buchanan was my host. So
Really?
he from Palm Bay, so
Uh
that's
huh.
Brevard County, and I'm from Merritt Island. So he plays. His school was right next to my Catholic school, Melbourne Central Catholic, and Palm Bay was literally the next light. So I used to watch him play when I was growing up, and just being able to see him go from Palm Bay to Miami, like that was pretty cool because I seen him in the All Star game before he left. So that was like dope to see a dude come out of my town and be able to come to the University of Miami and play. So it was
Right.
amazing to see him from there because I only seen him in pads. I only seen him in pads. That's it. So just seeing him in person now, it was like, dang, I could do this. Like this, like what the heck? This crazy. I used to watch this dude.
Wow. Okay, so here it is. You get to the University of Miami, and you started. I think your first day, first week can be pretty kind of like overwhelming. You will say
Man,
because now
nah, I
you
ain't
have to
care.
no.
Nah, I ain't care because at the end of the day, I always had a backup plan without football.
Right, but I'm just saying, get into the University of Miami. You
I'm
see me
telling you, ma. I'm telling
really?
you. I'm telling you, it's like I'm like what am I nervous for? Like I got everything in the world already behind me.
Well, I wouldn't say nervous. I'm saying like overwhelmed far. It's like I have to find out what my classes is. I have to do my workouts. I have to go to the what else? Study hall. I have to do. You
I
guys
didn't
have
care. You better ask your son. Like it's whatever. Like at the same time, like my teammates became my family, so it didn't matter.
oh
So I ain't really like care like about all that. All that's gonna fall, always gonna fall in place, and that's what I believed in because it fell in place. Me growing up, like I never thought about that. Like going from public school to Catholic school, I ain't
mhm.
like it's whatever, and I just gravitated to new friends, and I'm still friends with everybody. So that's just, I guess that's just who I am. Like I don't care about that stuff. I just care about helping people. So me going into Miami, my mind says like, how many people can I, help? But then, I started getting in trouble and stuff like that. Not leading the right way. So now I got another opportunity to lead the right way.
So you had the opportunity. So yours more so is probably gaining the relationships and seeing who it is that you can help more so than football is what you're saying.
Yeah, football for me was just fun. Like I ain't really ever think about the NFL like that. Like
Hmm.
it just, and I want to praise my family for that. Just play for fun. You just playing for fun anyway. At the end of the day, that's just a platform. We used to have these conversations and stuff. So it was just like, you know, that's why I gravitated to her. It was just like I'm looking for a brother. Like I'm not looking like that. That's gonna come. Like I already know I'm good at that. Like God,
Wow.
I know I'm athletic. I know I could just murder him in front of me. And I ain't talking about killing somebody. I'm talking about on the field.
Please,
Well, but you know
please
what I mean.
specify that. I'm telling you, because they would take that and run with that. Some people. Okay, so here it is. You got the University of Miami, and you said that. Okay, we know that it was basically for fun. You was looking for basically meaningful relationships where you guys can grow basically together. So you spoke about Hearns, and tell me how did that go when you first met Hearns? Was Hearns a talker?
When you talk to me, like he always talk to me, but that's like the whole receiver group was always close though. I ain't just gonna like it was everybody, and just being able to find that spirit that them boys had, cause them boys like really love football, like so it made me had no choice. Like, damn, my brother really love football, so I can't really be like effing up, you know.
Right,
So
right.
it was just like meeting them gave me the love for football, cause I seen how like them boys like coming to Miami. You know, these kids don't mess around about football down south. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so like meeting her, it was like, and this boy ain't messing around. Like I went to a Catholic school, you know what I mean? Like I'm not thinking about football. I'm just out there playing. Like I got a whole backup plan if I did get hurt. So it was like meeting them gave me that passion, even though I only love the art of it. Like gave me that passion for it, but I ain't really care if it, was taken away. Like, and at the end of the day, only person that could take that away from me is an injury or myself. So like
Hmm.
I already had that like in my head, but I was just there because the locker room was my family.
Wow. And that's one of the things I love about the University of Miami with you all, because you guys always it's a family. Wherever you guys go, it's somebody from the University of Miami that's there. So, I mean, the brotherhood is just like through the roof.
But that's what it is. Her and like taught me brotherhood, and I want to say like Tommy Streeter too. At the same
Mhm.
time, Travis Benjamin, them boys with the OGs. For me, all Darius Johnson. I could go on and on. LaRon Bird, like I was young to them boys. Like you see what I'm saying? Like them boys taught me that brotherhood, and Hearns was the last one after them boys left, and it's like, say, like you said, he talked to me. He kept me out of trouble. To be real with you, and always motivated me to like go to stuff, like do stuff, because in my head sometimes I was like, bro, I got I can just go back to the crib like and make the money y'all about to get hurt for, you know? Like so it's like, just saying that now is like crazy. Like I ain't even think about it like that back then, but it was like back then I was just saying I always had a backup plan, but Hearn always motivated me to like stay in the presence and like deal with your situations and stuff like that. And it's like that's all I like remember. Like stay focused, stay focused, stay focused. So at the end of the day, shit, if you ain't have him, I don't know where I'd be if I would have went there.
You cannot make me start crying. So here it is. We went to all of these games. We had the most fun. And I remember you saying like you didn't want to come out, and you came out sometimes though, I must say. Because they had the cane walks, they had
Yeah,
all different kind of things. That cane walk was the thing. Me and the NFL mom, we actually talked about how you guys used to rock that bus, looking like you was going to tip that bus over, right?
no, I remember that. That was everything right there though. That was like what I gravitated to. Like, man, I get to do this with my brothers. Like, you know what I mean? Like that was my family. Like I go to war for them boys. Like, I got 3 broken collarbone, 2 snapped ankles. Like I got my 4 broke fingers. Like my hip pop. Like I only go to war because it's my family. Like my mom always told me, like, you can stop, right? You can stop. Like you ain't gotta play no more. And I'm just like, I can't let these boys down. Like the boys gave me like just the love of it and like just the brotherhood and stuff like that. So
Wait a minute. So in college, you had all of this?
well, nah, I had 3 broken collarbones in college, and then I broke like 3 fingers. So it's like, but I just stayed like, just it's just like I can't let my brother down. Like at the same time, a young bull. What if like I'm thinking like, dang, I'm sitting here, I got an AC joint. Man, I don't give a my brother over there hurt and he tired and I can't even, like get in or whatever. Like I'm over here bitching about my AC joint, like, and he over there. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff like that. Like I can't take that. I can't take that. Like you might as well go ahead and shoot me in my head.
Woo, goodness. So you really saw some things back in them locker rooms and on the field.
Yeah, it's just one thing about it. Don't matter. I run through like once you show me love, I run through a wall for you. You know.
Hmm. Okay, so
So
take us transitioning over. So now you left the University of Miami, and then here it is. You enter the NFL, and this world, which we know that comes with so many different things, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And now, when did you go undrafted like Allen?
Hmm.
Okay, and you ended up where?
I ended up at the Dolphins. Like, so my career was like my first year college. I broke my collarbone. My second year, I did like I had played 5 games, went crazy, got kicked out. Um, Came back my third year, broke my collarbone, my other collarbone. The fourth year, I broke another collarbone, and then I just had it was just too much going on at the same
Mhm.
time. But at the same time, I knew nobody was fucking with me, so it didn't matter. Like none of that mattered. Like at the same time, it's like I wanted the money, and like I put myself in those positions, like partying and doing all that stuff, and that just come from like never being in the presence and always like, oh, I got a backup plan, oh, I got a backup plan, I got a backup plan. So you know what God did? I'll show you about your backup plan. But then like when I did go, it was like, you know, I still handled that, but then I broke my left foot and then I snapped my right ankle. So it was like,
Jeez.
but God gave me my pension. You know what I mean? So I got a pension. I played my 3 years, got my pension, and I got got everything. Like get paid every month, like all that. And I ain't gonna elaborate on everything
Right,
else, but
right.
you
Well,
know,
the thing is, like, you have basically almost a brand new body, right?
with me, yeah, you could say that. Like, but I still got all my limbs, so I'm blessed. Like,
That's
I
right,
know
and
a
still
lot of
can get
people
around.
don't. Like, a lot of people don't got all their limbs. A lot of people didn't make it to their pension years and
Yeah,
stuff like that. And and at the same time, one of the people I want to help, you know, like what happened to all those people? Like
right.
it only certain amount of people can go to a team. Like where everybody at? Like where them boys at? Like you know what I mean? So it's kind of like that's what I be thinking about. So it's like damn, I need to tighten back up and get right, and because I know I could help a lot of people.
So you
So
spoke about the pension now, and maybe some of us do not know, like when you say you made it to be able to get your pension, how many years you have to have in before you do so?
3 years.
Oh, okay,
So
okay,
I think it changed because that shit kind of easy to get to 3 years. But I don't know. I can't even say that though. I can't even say that because a lot of people don't make it to 3 years. And you only can do a certain amount of years on practice squad. So, but I ain't really die. I never even like thought like that.
Mhm.
Like I always knew I was straight. What can they really tell me though? I just gotta stay focused, but I never was focused because in my head I got a backup plan. So
Right.
I always never was in the presence, but God still got me to my pension, and and then right after I snapped my ankle, I started coaching, end up winning the natty. So it's like you can't tell me nothing about that boy above.
That's right.
Like I got 4 years into coaching, you know what I mean, and it ain't for me, but now what I get to do, I get to travel and see every player that I met, like every player that I recruited and became an older brother to. So
Mm.
like, and that's my other goal, like to go see all my little bros play in college. Like now I got the opportunity because I always begged God for that. Like I ain't know how to get out of coaching, but I ain't gonna elaborate how I got out of coaching. We ain't gonna go into that, but.
Right.
uh just now I get to go see my little bros play. I get to travel, and just little stuff like that. Put companies in my nieces and nephew names, my siblings' names and stuff like that. So it's
Mm.
kind of amazing that like how my path just went. Because I always like wonder when you coaching, you can't talk to another kid at another school that's tampering. But damn, I know little Brody for like 6 years. Like you telling me I can't talk to him no more because he at Ohio State. You know what I mean? Like, so I can't. That's tampering. So now, I'm blessed. I did my years in coaching and all that, and it's like, dang,
So
I
take
get
us
to watch my little bros now. Like, that's crazy how God just did that with a
back.
natty.
That's the thing. We're going to go into that, but take us back to, you say you did 3 years in the league.
Yes, ma'am.
You did 3 years in the league.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so then tell me, how was that transition from going from a player to a coach? Because I had a young man on here and he actually didn't make it to the pros. So he
Uh,
began to jump into coaching, but doing it, in the collegiate field. And he was saying that his transition was first kind of hard because it kind of threw him off a little bit because football was done with him, but he wasn't done with football. So tell me what that transition was like.
Transition was easy for me because with me, I always stayed with the coaches at Miami. So
Oh,
another shout out to my OG, my other pop, James Coley. You know what I mean? He was coaching my brother at Georgia when I broke my ankle. So and you know what I mean. So it's kind of crazy. All my family went to Georgia, like my cousins and all them, and my brothers and them. So just the year I just happened to break my ankle, James Coley was coaching my little brother. So it was like wow, like and when I broke my ankle, it just happened in Atlanta Falcon Stadium.
ooh,
So you see what I'm saying? So but right after that, Coley and them, Kirby Smart and them, just adopted me in, and I'm blessed for that opportunity that they gave me. And just happened, all my siblings went to Georgia, and they came so close to a natty. I went to Georgia and won it, and I didn't even go to school there. So just like my dad went to Georgia, uncle and them. So it's just for me, it was easy. Like I always hung out with the coaches anyway, after practice and stuff like that. Or like, be honest, like I was always getting in trouble and stuff like that. So I had to be with them, you know. So,
wow.
so we always talked about life anyway, and that's a whole nother story. Like what made me kind of like not just not play football, but only play because my brothers. Like I was always talking about life with coaches, and like I told you, I grew up drawing on a board already.
Right.
Like so, it's easy for me. I grew up drawing plays. I grew up remembering plays. That shit was in my garage. Like
Well,
all
I'm
those.
gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat you.
What happened? I'm cussing. Oh, it's because we talking about coaching. See, that's why I got out of it. See, because
So
I can't like that is because that coaching. When I talk about coaching, it's like my brain go to a whole different stage. But nah, it was easy. Like it was easy, and plus I was focusing on my ankle and trying to get my stuff from the NFL and stuff like that. So 1 year I was coaching on a scooter, so and that was fun. I ain't gonna lie to you, it was annoying, but it was fun. Like I was rolling around. Them boys that play, like I come in the office, my dog Eddie used to, and Gummy and Ryan and them boys used to play, Ryan Williams. Them boys used to play like UCB rolling. So, you gotta remember I coached with Ryan Williams. That's my quarterback. He was at Georgia. He's still at Georgia. So it's like I got welcomed into my own family again. You
oh,
know, like KB was at Georgia.
wait,
Like
who's KD? KD.
KB, Kevin Beard.
I don't think I know him.
He's the receiver coach right now in Miami. He was our receiver coach in 2015.
Okay. Who? I
Kevin
do.
Beard.
I do.
Kevin.
I do.
Yeah,
I
he
do.
was at Georgia. Who else was that? I can't remember everything, but I was already going to camps when I was little. When Mark Ritt was at Georgia. So when I was probably 12, 11, I started going to all Georgia camps because my dad went to school there. So we used to take an RV every year with my brothers and we'll go up there. So I was already familiar with the school. I knew it already. Like,
Hmm.
that's why people was always asking me, like, how you just got into it? Like, I said, this guy playing. I was like, I've been coming here since I was 12. Like,
Oh
like
my
it's crazy
God.
how I made a whole circle.
Right? Full circle. See that, and see, God knew what He was doing then, so that's why He had your pops showing you the ropes from back then, because He knew, God already knew the plan He had for you, and that tells us that in Jeremiah 29:11, He said He know the plans He had for us. We don't know, but God know. And here it is, you transition from a player onto a coach, and now, oh my gosh! But here it is. Have you had any, like, the taste that you have for the NFL, because you spoke about that too. You were saying how they basically just throw you away. You know,
Well, I wouldn't say they didn't throw me away, but
no, not you, but
I
you
seen what
saying,
they do to people, like, and a couple of my friends, I seen what they do to them, and I got a great support system behind me, so I wish you would, you know what I mean, like, so it's just like, what about my friends and the people that I seen they don't have that, and them people take advantage of that, and it's kind of like nasty. But it's hard to elaborate about that stuff because I got a lot to say, like, and I ain't gonna say it today, but I'm gonna finish, what I gotta do. But we gonna talk about it though.
Oh God, you kind of scare me when you say that, but I do understand. It's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that people just don't know. However, it is a great sport. It can be a great sport, and the thing is, if you have to be mentally strong for the sport. And I see
Yeah,
that.
it's a great sport to a lot of people, but to me, it's just a great art. I don't care about that. I don't care about the
Well,
sport.
well, sport is an art.
No, it's not.
When you're
Some people
saying
just play
when
it.
you're
If you don't know the art of football, you ain't gonna never understand it. You can see some players, they know the art of it. That's
hmm
why they so great. It's not just a sport no more. It's different.
so
When you
break
play
it
a
down
sport,
for
you
me.
just play. Like look at Messi in soccer. He know the art of soccer. He
hmm
not just playing soccer. You
But
get what
see,
I'm saying?
right when you're a student of the game. There you go. Thank you, Holy
There you
Ghost.
go.
When
Student
you're
of the game.
when you're a student of the game, it definitely makes it much easier for you because now you not only like you were a student at a game once point a time because here it is you were drawing in plays. Your dad was teaching you the plays and things like that. So
Well,
when
Hearns was too though. Like he the one who like created the art. Like he a technician. You know what I mean? Like when it come to route running. So that's an art. Like everybody can't just do that. Like he a technician. So
so break that down for me when you say a technician.
say like how you say some people are really really athletic, but they not really technicians to the game. Like he more a technician than athletic. So, you rather take that at all times. So it's like I studied my dog, like, God dang, that boy a real technician. Like, and then he used his athletic ability that God gave him after. You know what I mean? He wasn't just athletic. Some people just athletic and gotta learn how to be a technician. He a technician and then he uses athletic ability. So, you don't know it. You feel me?
Mhm.
It's
I'm
like then
trying to
he'll tell you though, like we always used to talk about it in the meeting room, like this bit was gonna rock your ass. Excuse my language. Hey, boy, I don't care what DB, how athletic that DB is, you not gonna win. That boy a real technician. Like no
wow.
matter how athletic, you could be faster than him and all that. Like that though. Like he a technician. Like go watch his route. That's called his technique. He not
Mm,
being athletic. Athletic ability come when he about to catch the ball after. That's
mm.
when the athletic ability come out. But at the beginning, how he began opening stuff like that, that's an art. That's art. that's beautiful. That's like being a boxer and hitting like a 4-way combo. Bing, 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 bing. You feel it. Like
So was there a time where like you guys did like one-on-ones or I know because I know you guys were like really the whole receiver group was really pretty much close. So was there ever a time like it was just you and him like a one-on-one?
oh yeah, we do that. We did it in the room. Like we did it at the UV, the apartment complex. Like it don't matter. Like well, like when you get like say you get like a fruit snack, them fruit snacks you used to bring. Like I'll be like, throw me one. Like he'll throw it over my shoulder. Blue. Like
Oh my
you get
God.
what I'm saying? Like everything was like football. Like football, football, football. If I say like he'd be like, throw me one of them little orange juices you used to bring. Or them little apple juices. Like whatever like it's always like you throw it to see if he catch it, like quick reaction. Or you know how people be like, throw something, they be like, heads up. Like everybody ain't gonna catch that. You know what I mean? So it don't matter. It's not just on the field. It's the talk. The more he used to talk about it, the more he implanted it in my head. And then the more I hung around him, like just make like having him be my big brother, it was like it's just it became me. Like now I'm athletic. I'm athletic and a technician somewhat. Oh man, this shit might be fun. I feel bad for y'all.
Now let me ask
So
you this. I know you guys had it was like a lot of great receivers out there. Was there like any competition or everybody had love for one another? Like, okay, man,
you
my
talking
brother
about
did
UM?
too. Yeah.
from my view, everybody had love for each other. Like for me, I ain't really compete with nobody. Like I was like, everybody was my brother. Like, see, you can't ask me that question. It's a little different for me. You know what I mean? Like I got taken out the hood. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Now, see, you're saying that here, but some of the guests may not understand what you're saying. You
like
got
I got adopted, like as in say, like you said, the guest is listening. I got adopted into a great situation with a beautiful, great family that taught me family again. You know what I mean? So it's like them boys came in probably competing. I ain't come in competing. Like I came in like on some family vibe. Like you
but
get what
yeah,
I'm saying?
I wouldn't say that
You
because
said competition. They came in trying to compete. Competition. I
no,
came.
I'm saying like doing like practices and stuff. Because sometimes you have players that's eye players, and then sometimes you have players that's team players, right? You have
Mhm.
some players that want to hog
Oh
the ball.
nah, I'm a team player. Like that's why I'm in the position I'm in. That's why I have so many great friends. Like I'm a team player. Like I don't. At the end of the day, like I don't need nobody besides my family. So it's like I don't. I'm a team. I don't even know what I is. Like
Yeah,
my mom said that shit gonna be the death of me.
I'm gonna
So
kick your butt.
I mean, excuse me. My mama said it's gonna be the death of me, but that's just who me and my brothers is. Like we team people. Like we fortunate. Like we blessed. Like
But see, and that's one of the things though, like I want the viewers to understand too, because a lot of times people think um, just because we have everything, right?
yes,
And or maybe it's just like the materialistic stuff and things like that, that we're winning in life. But sometimes even the ones who the family dynamics is the greatest dynamic that can really build someone and teach them that love, not just to love, but to love them and how to love others, right? But
yeah.
just because I give you everything does not mean that someone who may be coming out the hood, they don't have that as well. You
Which
understand?
I understood.
Sometimes it's the,
So I,
hey, cousin, my cousin just walked in. Sometimes it's the ones that it makes you have a hunger for something, right? Because if I'm giving everything and I don't have to work for it, we just talked about it in the green room.
I lost that
No,
when
you
I got.
never lost it.
Well,
You
I didn't lose it, but you got to understand, I got put in a great situation. So
right,
with me, I was getting hurt. So it's like I didn't like you said, they can't. No matter how many times they get hurt, they got to keep working. They got to keep come. They got to keep coming. Keep going. They don't got no backup plan.
but how can you say that they don't have a backup plan?
What's their
Because
backup plan? If they love football, like they love football.
okay, they may love football, but they have a black backup plan because some can love football and you could go away. What happens if that money go away? You say, look at you. Your brother coming in. Good evening, everyone. Hey, Ma, I love you. Scotty Love.
Yo, this
You know what
swag.
I'm saying? Don't you go. Hey, son, how are you? But what I'm saying is, say for instance, if someone coming out the hood, right?
Yes, man.
Because of the fact we all love something. We
Yeah,
all have a love for something. But just to know that here it is, some may not have a backup plan, but I believe most do. You understand? Because some is it's bigger than football. You understand? And it's what
but you don't know that when you're in it.
you don't think
You
so?
know that as like a mother, but you don't know that when you're in it. All on everybody thinking like football is everything. They make you think that. See, that's something you don't know what they say on the inside. They make you think football is everything. And one thing my family taught me, thank God, they like own a lot of stuff. Like that's not everything. Like that's why I love all my brothers that I played with. Like I didn't need to keep playing because I seen what they was doing. Like I understood that, and them coaches knew I understood that. That's one thing, because my dad, he elaborated that when I did go to UM. Like,
Hmm.
not about to play with him.
Who your dad?
Yeah, my pops, you ain't about to play with him. Because at the same time, my dad owns stuff. My dad, like, you get what I'm saying? If they walk in here, if they walk in, at the same time, he the same color as you. I got a black and white family. You got to understand that. Like, you can't mess with this kid. Like, and that's one thing I always try to protect my brothers and them, because I knew at the same time I knew what the coaches was doing, but that's not all coaches though. So, but
Right.
I knew stuff because my dad was a coach.
Okay. I have someone here too. Our superstar. She said she went to school with James Coley.
Oh yeah,
So that was our
OG, triple
superstar.
OG.
Yeah. So, well, and the thing is, sometimes, see, money can be taken away, but your education can never. You see what I'm saying? So even if the boys were coming there, or some of the young men, let me not call them boys, even the young men was coming there, and maybe football happened they love, but they was definitely getting something on the back end of it. They was getting their education. You understand? Some.
They're getting the education, but the coaches was making them believe that it was only football. Like, you're a student athlete. No, you're an athlete student. That's what they do.
Okay, and that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. The mind frame. You have to have a mind frame, right? See, you had that.
Well,
Your
I got blessed to see that. Like, I got put in a great situation before I went to college to be able to understand like what they do. So
okay.
that's why at the same time, that's why I believe like I was getting in trouble. I didn't care what they did to me. I didn't care if they kicked me out. I didn't care.
You,
Like, I was just there. Like, I just fell in love with my teammates. Just to have a brotherhood. So I knew
right.
what they were doing. You can't look at me and be like, okay, I'm about to make him stay on this roster even though he should transfer. You couldn't do that to me.
Where he had to do what?
You couldn't do that to me, like, as in, like, say, like, you know, never mind. I ain't gonna talk about it.
No, you said you have to stay on a roster to be.
Like, say, like, instead of transferring or going somewhere else, they make you stay on the roster. You couldn't do that to me. Like, you couldn't persuade me because you knew who my old boy was. Like, you can't do that to me. So all you could do is talk to me and like, try to help me not get in trouble and stuff like that. Because if you try to do that and them people show up,
Well, one
that's a
thing I
lot
want
of
you
power.
to understand too, though, like, yeah, we know who your father is, which is God. Like, I give your dad much clout, but he has much work in that.
Yeah,
And the thing
God
is,
put me in that position to have them people not play with me either. So
exact.
I used to put my brothers like on game. That's why I was so close to everybody, because I knew what they was doing upstairs. Like, you can't look me in my eye. You look me in my eye, you gonna see I know.
And that's the thing. A lot of them probably did too. Yeah, we just never know. The thing is, we have.
No, I was in meetings with people. Like, that's just your opinion. Like,
Did
I
it
know.
break them? But did it break them?
Did it break them? Yeah, you ruined their career. Like, you ruined their career, and I'm not gonna name names on here with like my
No,
teammates and
please
stuff.
don't.
But I'm just saying, like, you like I seen what you did. Like, you'll kick them to the side, but you'll tell me to sit down. And I'm the one who did the worst part of the situation.
Now, look at that. See, and that's one of the conversations I had with a young man who was on here not too long ago. It's to me favoritism, right? Because of this
Yeah,
talks. You get what I'm saying? So, but
I know.
going back, we're not going to even talk. Going back to Little League, right? When you're
Yeah,
out there, everybody's trying out. But just because a kid may be faster than you or catch better than you, everybody's auditioning. So why
yeah,
not give everybody a chance? So it basically, and the coach said, well, some coaches are competitive, right?
yeah,
Okay, you're leaving Optimist, you're going up to what you go, high school, right?
yeah,
So it's not only in college that it's that way, every level that way. But
yeah.
here it is, you may have a kid that may be great at what he can do. Well, what you call it? Did you say a student? Wait, what was it that you called it?
I called it a athlete student.
Okay, so you have this kid that's knowing he got the talent,
Mm-hmm.
right? But here it is, someone may have this and
Yeah.
get put in front of the one who have the talent. So what would be your words of encouragement to them to kind of like just hold on? Like basically, no, let me
Do
rephrase.
what's best for you. Like, don't listen to that. Like, at the same time, they gotta keep a roster together. So you gotta just do what's best for you. I can't elaborate on how I want to. Like, at the
Okay.
same time, I will. Like, once I'm doing what I'm doing, just know
Hmm.
I will. Just know we'll have another show where I ain't gonna give a.
No. Okay, well, what we're going to do now, I just want you to talk to someone that may be under the sound of your voice and they have a student athlete. I want you to speak to them as if your parent was speaking to you. And then I want you to speak to them from an athlete point of view, as far as if their son or their daughter, whoever may be in sports. I want you to speak to them and give them some words of encouragement
Oh,
since you know.
that's what I'm doing. That's why that's another reason why I got out of coaching. Like, don't worry, it's a whole wave coming with me. Like, that's why I'm taking care of my business. That's why I'm getting healthy. I'm talking to my mom. So that's why I'm getting healthy. So once I do that, nobody can say nothing to me. I'm gonna be clear headed and everything, and I'm gonna put it out there. Because at the same time, you ain't gonna better mess with me, and I'm gonna put my family on game about it. Like what my last 4 or 5 years been like.
Mm. Well, the thing is, you're a ray of sunshine, and I want you to know that you definitely are RaShawn, but you're definitely a ray of sunshine. And every time I've came in contact with you, you've been nothing but respectful and a stand-up guy. Even though sometimes I have to, you know,
Nah, that you right.
you
You right.
know why, but you know that I do it out of love.
Yes,
And I know I want you
that,
to know that you're in a position that a lot of people want.
yeah.
However, I
That's
want
why
you
I'm
to
getting.
get exactly. I want you to get yourself right, and I want you to keep the main thing, and the main thing is God.
Yeah.
And once we keep
Hey,
Him as the main
you
thing,
know how people wear jewelry? Come on, man. What is jewelry? I don't
that's
need.
that's
What is
right.
jewelry?
And
Wow,
then,
a jewelry for my girl. You feel me?
hmm and I told you, your greater is definitely coming, son. And I'm glad that you took the step, and you know what I'm talking about, but you took the step to get to be in a healthier place because God has so much greatness for you, and you have so much wisdom, right?
Yes.
Have so many, like you say, you have it takes a tribe, to kind of a village basically to raise someone,
Yeah.
and you have a great support system. And once you become strong again, not that you weak, that's not what I'm saying,
No,
but
no, trust me. I know what you're talking about. We on
exactly
our. Hey, look, we on our way. You said the right words. Don't say what you got to say. Just know this
right.
dude don't understand.
Amen. So once you become strong again, we have a whole lot of work to do because you said something, and when you say it, you have to be a man of your word. You say you want to help other people, and God has placed you in position to go through this, everything that you have gone through, to be able to pour into others. Just as you say, Hearns did with you. Now
Yeah,
it's time for y'all is to trickle down, and you guys to
for real.
help others out there that may be getting ready to enter into this or enter into the next level, or maybe even coaching, but you guys have walked the walk, so you guys can talk the talk. And again, the main focus is what? God.
Yeah,
In the
but
end.
he always there with me. Yeah, that's my boy. That's my baby.
Love to
I was about
hear.
to say my baby. I was about to say that.
So go ahead and give your father a shout out, because I did say we were going to go back to him, and then we're
Oh
going to
no,
do a part
the
two.
Mike
And
Murphy. Mike Murphy is the other Toyota owner that my is in my dad
oh,
district. My dad name is Mike Erdman.
right,
I'm Mike Murphy. See, yeah, you see that's how many OGs I got. That's like I'm blessed. Like I'm
right.
real blessed, and and that's why I'm about to get clear headed and help because at the same time it's like, hey man, how did I get in this position? Like it's like time after time he keep putting me in great positions. So it's like Mike Murphy is the Miracle Toyota dealership, and he has many more. And Mike Erdman is my pops, who owns
Right.
Mike Erdman Toyota, which is in Cocoa. So it's just like being able to meet the other Toyota owner, like and not go home, like that's crazy. That's a blessing. Like, and I want to shout out Malik Rozier for that because he been begging me to go meet him, but I ain't know that him and my pops was like kind of like they about to start knowing each other. And I didn't know he owned Toyota, so it kind of like crazy. I met him, and he was like, "Yeah, I own Toyota." I was like, "Hold up, oh snap!" And then it all came together, and then he started talking about the credit card processing and stuff and how he want to help my dad out. So that's how all that started. He trying to help my dad out, so he helped me, get this company. Gave me the blueprint because he got a credit card processing company to go help my dad with his credit card processing fees for Cadillac, Nissan, Toyota, and like the storage units and all the other stuff my dad is opening and stuff.
Oh my God. So, guys, this is Taste for Freedom. This is Mr. RaShawn Scott here with me live on tonight on our Thankful Thursdays at It Had to Happen. My son from another. As you guys can see, this is his new company that's up and coming. And maybe if you're a business owner, maybe you could get with him once he get his machines out. No,
One more
not,
shout out, Ma.
huh?
Dan Paloka, who gave me my solar panel license, and I didn't even do nothing. I want to give him one shout out. I'm blessed. Solar panel license, and you know what I mean. It's just OGs on top of OGs, and that's why I know I need to, get healthy and start getting back to helping people.
Well, it's not getting healthy. I want you to start saying it to yourself. I
Well,
am
I'm
healthy.
healthy. I'm healthy. My bad.
There
My
you
bad.
go.
But if I wasn't healthy, this conversation wouldn't have been as clear.
Exactly. You know, I love you. You know, my line is always open and I'm praying for you. And I know that, you sky's the limit. I just need you. I can't stress enough to keep the main thing, son. And everything is going to fall in place. If he has kept you doing this for years of you know what, he can keep you even longer. And just imagine.
Oh, I know he want me to get married. That's why.
Uh,
I already
wait,
I already know what he doing. Like I appreciate him. I appreciate him because at the same time, I wouldn't be strong without like a wife or kids. So and that's just how my family is.
but I
Like,
want you to be strong for you first so you could be that best husband and that best father to
oh
those.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
okay.
why I don't have no kids because I'm working on me first, and then I'm gonna have kids. So it's just like, you know what I mean. Once at the same time, that's why Hearn in the position he worked on him first, and then everything else fell in place.
And I'm
So
telling you, I'm so blessed. I have
and
my
now you
daughter.
a
I'm not a grandma.
you a auntie.
I'm a Bella. You better ask Chase.
You're right. You better. You better. My bad. My bad, Cinderella.
That's okay. But guys, we will have a part two to a Taste for Freedom. RaShawn has his hands in many things. RaShawn is wanting to serve as many as he could. He wanted to pour into as many as he could with the knowledge that he has gained during his walk, during his journey. He suffered some pain during, however, it's my pain, I mean, my journey, my pain, and my purpose. So now RaShawn is walking, getting ready to walk fully into his purpose. So the next time he come back on here, you guys will hear so many more great things that he has for you all. So RaShawn, if there's anything that you would like to leave with the audience on tonight, what will it be?
you know, I would have to say I would say, sitting in a bubble, you'll never be able to catch the wave. That's all I gotta say.
Well, alrighty then. We'll talk soon. And I love you again and continue. I mean, you have a Bible?
Do I have a Bible?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, with my name written right on it.
Okay. All right, now I'm gonna start sending you scriptures, and I want you to start studying them,
Yes,
and I
man.
want you to also start speaking positive things on yourself. Not saying when I get healthy, I
Yeah,
am.
I'm tripping. I'm sorry about that.
It's okay.
I'm healthy. I'm healthy. I'm healthy. I shouldn't have been saying that. That's my bad. I'm
Okay.
healthy. I'm on a mission to help people because at the same time I'm supposed to go to Greece and like go serve over there and help people too. So that's a whole nother story though.
I want to go. I want to go serve. All right. We'll talk later. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in with It Had to Happen and Mr. RaShawn Scott, which is the owner of Taste for Freedom, but also my son from another and a great University of Miami player, as well as a Miami Dolphin player. He is one of the most sweetest, humblest, even though I have to kind of knock him up sometimes about some of the things he say, but he know that it's all out of love. And we'll talk, son. Call
Yes,
me.
ma'am.
God bless
I'm
each and
always
every
gonna
one.
call you. You know that.
I know. Have a good one.
You too. Love you.
All right, love you too.
Erica's empowering empire. 88 blessings soar movement. It had to happen in a beauty so rare. We'd love for you to join us by subscribing to our YouTube channel. It had to happen with Erica Wilson. Following our social media.